All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back on the record in the matter of the state of Georgia versus Cleef Adams et al. In 22 FC 183572. All right, Mr. Stillwell, Mr. Botts, and Mr. Shard, good morning, gentlemen. All right, Mr. Williams, Mr. Steele, Mr. Adams, good morning. Mr. Kendrick and Mr. Weinstein, good morning. Mr. Huey and Mr. Matthews Jr. and Sr., good morning. All right, Mr. Nichols and Mr. Garner, good morning. Mr. Ryan and Misty Williams, good morning. Okay, Mr. Smith, Mr. Uhowski, Ms. Knight, Mr. Atkins, Ms. Love, and Ms. Hilton, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right. Good morning to Ms. Halterwinger, and good morning, Mr. Mounsbach, and good morning, Mr. Kokomo. All right. Who? Who are you? Who are you? Okay, all right, good morning, sir. How are you?
And Mr. Jack Pines is with us today also, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Pines. Welcome back, sir. All right, anybody else? Okay. Anything else? Is Mr. Copeland here?
Yes.
Okay, can we bring Mr. Copeland back in, please? Do we know if Ms. Bumpus has rejoined us this morning? Okay, all right. Thank you, madam.
Excuse me, Your Honor, may I bring something up before Mr. Copeland comes in?
Go ahead.
I believe I heard him say on an open mic yesterday, gave this testimony that he may take the fifth today. Can you inquire into that prior to the jury coming out?
I didn't hear him say that, but I can.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, also,
pieces of business I have to do, at least for the record. Renew our motion for a mistrial.
Denied. Okay,
Thank
what
you.
else?
And also, again, requesting for the purposes of cross-examination, the transcripts from yesterday.
I'm deferring on that one for the time being, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Can we, you have something, madam?
Yes, Your Honor. I just wanted to say for the record that that is not his position. He explained yesterday, I believe that he had,
You talking about he being Mr. Copeland?
yes, what he said, and I was standing there when he said it, was that his head hurt, and if y'all don't let me go, I'm about...
Is this at the end of the day?
Yes, at the very end of the day. He did not state without qualification, I'm going to plead the fifth. He said, if y'all don't let me go, I'm about to plead the fifth again. That's all he said. Ms. Hilton has been speaking with him. He has given her no indication that that is his intent.
We'll find out. I'll find out before the jury comes in. All right. Where is he?
He should be on his way in, Your Honor.
Mr. Copeland, good morning again, sir. Sir, could you approach the witness stand, please? Mr. Copeland, again, good morning, sir, and you still under oath, okay? Yes?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Sir, is it your intent to continue to testify today, sir?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Summon our jurors, please. Mr. Copeland. Mr. Copeland. Got to stand up when the jury comes in, okay? When the jury comes in, you got to stand up, all right? Oh, you're President. All right, thank you, Sergeant Brown. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, good morning. Good morning. All right, we're going to pick up where we left off yesterday, all right? Ms. Hilton?
Thank you. Mr. Copeland, good morning. Good morning. Yesterday when we left off, you had spoke about some pictures that were blurry to you. Do you recall that? Yesterday?
I don't recall it.
Okay. Let me show you some pictures again then. Permission to approach, and I'll show the defense counsel again.
Show that to them first, please.
I didn't show all of them to him on it. Showing you again what's been marked as, showing the defense counsel as State's Exhibit 342, Yankee Oscar. First, let's start there. Are you able to recognize anybody in 242 Yankee Oscar?
Nope.
And why is that? Do you not know anyone, or because you can't see it? Why can't you?
Objection, Your Honor. Ask for answer. You said you recognize it.
Oh, sir.
Why can't you recognize what's in the picture?
What you mean?
Do you not see it? What do you mean when you say you don't know who?
I can't recognize the picture.
Do you see yourself in that picture?
No.
You do not see yourself.
The picture blurry.
Showing you, and the description of what's going to be marked as 342 Yankee Oscar. Looking at what's on the computer screen and in front of you, does that appear to be the same picture?
Yeah.
Now, have I just zoomed that picture in?
Yeah, you zoned it in.
Okay, now that it's zoomed in, are you able to identify, looking at what's on the screen, who's in that picture?
Yeah.
Okay, who's in the picture?
Me?
Anyone else?
Yeah.
Who?
Shana and D.
Okay, which D? Is that the little D we were talking about yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay. And does that, all right, Your Honor, this time the state would like to tender 342 Yankee Oscar into evidence.
Any objection to the state's 342 Yankee Oscar?
Yes, Your Honor.
Basis? Overruled, sir. It's admitted over objection and it publishes you see fit.
All right? Next, I'm going to show you what's been tendered and shown to the defense counsel is 345 Yankee. Do you recognize anyone that's in 345 Yankee?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Who do you recognize in 345 Yankee?
Me and a couple people from my neighborhood.
Okay. Who are those couple people from your neighborhood?
Lil D, Dunt,
Anyone else?
from this picture. Yeah. And another guy, he ain't from my neighborhood.
Okay. Do you know his name or his nickname?
Richie.
All right. Anyone else?
He looked like Shannon in the picture.
Your Honor, this time the state would like to tender 345 Yankee into evidence.
Any objection to 345 Yankee?
Is it, just one clarification, are these 345 Yankee O or 345 Yankee?
It'll just be 345 Yankee based upon we not having to protect him.
Okay. Just cumulative, Your Honor.
All right. Noted. I'm gonna admit over objection. That can be published as you see fit.
Thank you, Your Honor. Next, I want to show you what's been marked as 356 Yankee Oscar.
Me and Shannon.
Okay. Your Honor, this time the state would like to tender 356 Yankee Oscar into evidence.
Any objection to states 356 Yankee Oscar?
Cumulative, Your Honor.
All right. Noted again. I'll admit it over objection and maybe published as you see fit.
Next is 346 Yankee. Do you recognize anybody in 346?
Me, Shannon, D.
Your Honor, this time the state would like to admit 346 Yankee into evidence.
Any objection to states 346 Yankee? Sir,
Cumulative and 404 P.
can I see it, please? I'll note your objection, Mr. Sharp. Overruled. I'm going to admit it over objection. It may be published as you see fit.
Thank you. And the last two, Mr. Copeland. It's going to be 357 Yankee and 374 Yankee. Those are the last two.
Same three.
Would that be you, Shannon, and Little D?
Yes.
All right. Your Honor, this time the state would like to tender 357 Yankee and 374 Yankee into evidence.
Sir, any objection to 357 Yankee or 374 Yankee?
357.
I say that again.
357. Cumulative. 374. Cumulative and 404 P.
Let me take a look at 374, please. I note your objection again, Mr. Sharp. I'm going to admit them over your objection. States 357 Yankee and states 374 Yankee, and they may be published as you see fit.
First one published, States Exhibit 342 Yankee Oscar. Now, looking at States Exhibit 342 Yankee Oscar, Mr. Copeland, are you able to see the date that's on the bottom right-hand side?
No.
All right. If you can zoom into the picture, please. Are you able to see the date now that it's zoomed in?
It looked like it said 2014.
Okay. Does it say October 26th?
I guess. Yeah, I guess.
All right. Now we can scroll over to the picture. Now you can tell the jury from left to right who's all in that picture.
From left to right? Who left and right? From my right?
Yeah, we can do it from your right.
D and Shannon. I don't know the boy next to me.
Okay, you don't know who that is.
I don't know him.
All right. And so is Shannon the person in the white tank top sitting on the car?
It look like it.
Okay. And is Little D the one with the gray hoodie and the backwards cap?
The who?
The backwards hat.
Yeah.
All right. And then is that you with the hand symbol?
That's me throwing up.
Are you saying that what you're throwing up is the peace sign?
I'm saying that's me right there.
Okay. What are you throwing up, and
What you mean when I'm throwing up?
what is that? Is there any significance about your hand sign?
Not to my knowledge.
Not to your knowledge. Okay. Any particular reason why you have like a Y and an L?
A who?
What appears to look like a Y and an L.
Nah, I throw signs every day. They don't.
Okay. Next, looking at 345 Yankee. If we can zoom in. Is that you in the black leather jacket and the white t-shirt? Is that you?
That's me right there.
Okay. Who's standing next to you with the hat and the hoodie on in black?
Richard.
That's Richard to the left of you.
Yeah.
Which one is Richard? Okay, so the one standing with just the hoodie on, is that who you're pointing to?
You said to the left of me, right?
My left, but what are you considering?
My left. So this is my left, right?
Okay. So
So
that
that make him to my left?
if you're looking at it in that direction, yes. All right. Who's to the right of you then?
It looked like Shannon.
All right. And then who's the individual in the Bout That Action Rich Gang sweatshirt?
Say that again.
You can turn behind you. Who's in the red hoodie?
It looked like Lil D.
All right. And do you know the other individuals, the other three males, do you know them?
The one looked like Dunk.
That's Don. Okay. And what about the two behind?
I don't know them.
You don't know them. All right. Thank you so much. Now publishing 356, Yankee, Oscar. Who's there with you in this picture?
Can you fix this? Me and Shannon.
For sure, Shannon. All right. Now looking at 357, Yankee Oscar. Excuse me, not Yankee. This 357 Yankee. I apologize. Is that you, Shannon, and Little D? I know you said yes, but you gotta say
Yeah.
Okay. 346 Yankee. Same. Is that you, Shannon, and Little D?
Yeah.
All right. 355 Yankee. Again, the same three, you, Shannon, Little D?
I thought I told you yesterday.
Okay, but you didn't tell the jury. So is that the same three people?
It's the same.
Okay, and then last but certainly not least is 359 Yankee. Again, the same three individuals. Is that a yes for the record?
Yeah.
Thank you. Let me take it down. Now, do you, Shannon, and Demikian have the same relationship today as when you took any of those pictures that we just looked at?
As to the answer, Your Honor.
I stand in objection.
Do you know someone by the name of Diamante Kendrick?
Street name.
Diamante or Yak?
I know of him.
You know of them?
Yeah, I know of him.
When you say you know of them, what does that mean?
I know of him. Like,
Have you ever met them before?
yeah.
Okay. Have you ever spent time with them before?
I've been around him.
Okay. Do you see that person in the courtroom today?
Yeah, he's a rapper.
Okay, that's fine. He's a rapper. Do you see him in the courtroom today?
I said, yes, he's a rapper. I see him in the courtroom. Yes.
Okay, you can identify him by article of clothing that he is wearing.
I think gray and white. White and gray, I don't know.
Where is he sitting next to someone?
Yeah, he's sitting next to the white man.
Okay. Y'all, please let the record reflect that Mr. Copeland has identified Mr. Kendrick.
It shall.
And do you know what do you call him?
By his rap name.
What's that?
Yeah, got it.
Okay. Is Yet Gotti from Atlanta?
I don't know.
How did you first meet him?
I don't know.
Did you all go to school together?
No.
Are you sure the two of you did not go to school together?
Objection has an answer.
I stand in objection.
Do you recall previously stating that you all went to school together?
I never went to school with him.
Okay. About when did you first meet him?
When I first meet him or when I first started hanging with him? Been around anything.
I'm going to ask first when you first met him.
What's your definition of meet?
When's the first time you remember meeting him for the first time?
Where I come from, we hear of people before we meet them, so I don't know, I don't know what you mean, meet. Like, I heard of him.
When is the first time you heard of him?
Through a friend of mine.
Okay. About how long ago was that?
I can't recall.
All right. If this year is 2024, was it when you were in elementary school, middle school, high school, adult life?
When I was done with school.
When you were done with school? You said you met him through a friend. When did you all start hanging out with each other?
Like, what you mean, personally?
Yes.
We didn't hang like me, Shannon, and D did.
Okay. So it wasn't like you and Shannon and Dee, but did the two of you hang out together?
We done been placed like in the club, but we never rode in the car together.
Okay. Have you ever been anywhere else besides the club together?
Yeah, studio. I've been in the studio while they was in there recording.
Have y'all been anywhere else together?
I don't recall.
I know you said you all been out together. Have you all ever communicated with each other on the telephone?
Not that I can recall.
Have you ever communicated with him with FaceTime or any other video chat services?
I wasn't clear.
That wasn't my question. So I'm asking you a different question.
Ask me have I ever communicated with him on telephone, right?
Have you ever spoken with him on the telephone?
I don't recall having no conversation with him on no phone, none of that.
Okay. When was the last time you remember going out to the club or hanging out with him?
As in, what you mean?
You said that you would go to the club, go to the studio. When was the last time you've been to the club with Yak?
The last time I've been in a club with him, we didn't go to the club together.
When's the last time that you've been with him at the club together?
I can't recall no specific date.
Okay. Was that this year in 2024? Just yes or no?
No.
What about in 2023? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. What about before 2015? Because 2015 you went to jail, right?
So what you mean before 2015?
So where you went to jail June 2015. You spent 4 years in jail, right?
I did.
Okay. So I'm asking you, before you went to jail, do you think that was the last time you were in the club with him?
No, I saw him in the club and like when I got the feds.
Okay. So sometime in 2019.
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
2020, I don't know.
All right. When was the last time you've been in the studio with him?
A long time ago.
Okay. In those times that you have been, in and out of jail, have you ever spoken to him while you were in jail?
Not to my knowledge. I can't recall if I have or haven't. I don't know. But I don't believe I have.
You have permission to approach. Mr. Copeland, I want to show you what's been marked as 375 Yankee, 376 Yankee, and 377 Yankee. First, on the 375 Yankee, do you recognize who's in 375 Yankee?
Which one is 375?
This one right here.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes for the record? Is that a yes?
This
for the record?
375?
Yes.
Yeah, I recognize.
Who's in 375?
Me and Yak got it.
All right. Looking at 377 Yankee, do you recognize the individual in 377 Yankee?
Yeah.
Who is that? Who is in 377 Yankee?
Me, Yak got it, D.
Okay. And looking at 376 Yankee, do you recognize the people in 376 Yankee?
Me and Yak got it.
All right. You're right. This time it's statewide contender Stacey did with 375 Yankee, 377 Yankee, and 376 Yankee and Savage.
Any objections to states for, we'll just do by the numbers. 375 Yankee, anything?
Yeah, objection to 375 Yankee under
Faces.
under 404B.
Let me see it, please. Can I see them all? 375, 376, and 377.
I have no objection to 376 or 377, Your Honor.
All right, then anybody else? Then they're admitted they're admitted. Counsel, can I approach, please? States 375. States 376 and 377.
Commissioner Publisher.
Yeah, they need to be published, you see that.
First start with 375 Yankee. And is that you and that guy who identified?
Yeah.
Okay. Now looking at 376 Yankee. Same, is that you and that guy?
Yeah, we at the club.
Okay. Then looking back at 375 Yankee. Are y'all at the club at 375 Yankee?
No, we outside the studio.
Okay, that's where the studio is. Where's that studio?
That one was in Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh. And do you know what street that is? What street in Pittsburgh that is?
I'm from Canterville.
I know they're from Kansas, but you said that was in Pittsburgh.
Right. I don't know all the streets in Pittsburgh.
Okay. All right. And next at 377 Yankee. Tell jurors who's all in that picture.
Me, Yeah, got it in Lil D.
Do you know that? Let me ask, is Lil D the individual with the gray cap on his head?
Yeah,
All right, and is Yak the person in the middle with the beige cap on his head?
yeah.
And then you the person taking the picture?
Is that what it looked like?
Okay. Is the person behind you, you not know who that is?
I never seen him a day in my life.
Except for in this picture?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know?
Well, I really ain't even noticed him.
Do you know where you all are in this picture?
We have to be at the studio.
That appears in the studio too?
I don't recall the picture.
Okay. Now, do you and Yak, let me start that. Do you know roughly when any of those pictures were taken?
What you mean?
Like time frame, year that those pictures were taken?
Yeah, like way back in like 14, 13, 14.
Do you and Yak have the same relationship today that you all had back in 2013, 2014?
I don't get what you mean.
Sure. Back in 2013, 2014, we see that there are a few pictures of you and Yak together. Is that fair to say?
Right?
Today, or recently, do you all hang out as much as you did back in 2013, 2014?
Our records from Matthew Rowland's Foundation almost sustained our foundation.
Okay.
Just,
Back in 2013, 2014, is that when you all would go to the club and go to the studio?
Yes.
Okay.
No, like 2014. Me and Yak didn't go to no club in like 2014, like I think.
Okay. So 2014.
I got out of jail 2013.
All right. So after you got out of the jail, is that when you began going to the club?
No, I was going to the club before then, but I met Yak, I think like 2013 when I got out of jail, or 14.
Okay. Once you met Yak.
I don't really know yet, like.
I understand. Listen to what I'm about to ask you. Once you've met him and y'all started going to the club, whether that's in 2014, around that time, my question for you is, do you all have the same relationship today that you all had back in 2014 when y'all were going to the club and hanging out?
Objection, Your Honor, assumes facts not in evidence.
You're right.
I'm over
I don't know what you're asking me. I don't know how to answer that. I don't know I don't.
Do you still go to the club with Yak Gotti?
I don't go to the club, nobody.
Okay.
I don't go to the club, period.
Do you go to the studio with Yak Gotti?
I don't go to no studio, period. I don't even leave out the house. I stay in the house all day.
Okay. When's the last time you spoken with Yak Gotti? Have you spoken with him this year? Yes or no?
How could I answer that?
Do you recall speaking to him in the year of 2024?
I don't speak to nobody.
Okay. In 2023, do you recall speaking to Yak Gotti? Yes or no?
I don't think I spoke to him in 2023.
Okay.
I remember seeing him at a club in 2019, 2020, not 2019, like 2020.
Okay.
Whichever one of them years I was out.
All right. And when when you saw him in the club, did you speak with him in the club?
I was trying to become an artist. I was trying to become a rapper. I saw him, and he was giving me advice on what I should do and how I should go forward with it.
Okay.
And he was trying to encourage me to do it.
To rap.
That's in 2020.
This one of them years.
One of them years. Since that conversation when he was encouraging you to rap, have you had any other conversations with him?
I went back to jail.
Okay. Since you've been out, any conversations with him?
Well, he been...
Yes or no? Yes or no?
What yes or no to what?
Since you've been out of jail, since 2020, yes or no, that's all I need. Have you had any conversations with Yak Gotti?
Not that I remember.
Okay, thank you. Next, do you know someone by the name of Jeffery Williams?
I heard of him. He's a rapper.
Okay. Do you know?
I know him. I don't know him as Jeffrey Williams. I know him as Young Thug.
All right. And when you say you know him as a rapper, have you ever spent time with this individual?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. When is the first time you recall, strike that, what do you refer to him as?
Young Thug.
Okay. When is the first time that you recall meeting Young Thug?
At the studio.
And roughly, about what year are we talking about?
Before I went to jail.
Which time?
Right. Before that, I went to the feds.
So before 2015. Do you see him in the courtroom today?
Yeah.
Can you identify him by article of clothing he is wearing?
Brown. With dread, sitting next to the bald head guy.
All right. Is anyone else on the other side of him?
We'll stipulate Mr. Williams sitting next to me again.
Okay, all right.
Thank you. You said that you met at the studio. How did you meet him at the studio?
Through a friend.
What friend?
I really didn't meet him. I just saw him at the studio when I was with a friend.
What friend were you with?
And I asked him, can I take a picture?
What friend were you with when you saw him at the studio?
Doc.
Was it anyone else?
Huh?
Was there anyone else?
There's a lot of people out there. I don't recall who all the people was.
Okay. Do you recall if Tick was present when you first met Miss Young Thug?
I can't recall.
You said that you met him at the studio and you asked to take a picture with him. You're right, I'm looping the question so I can get to my next question.
I'll sustain the question.
When you met him at the studio and you took a picture, did your friendship or relationship develop after that time that you met him in the studio?
What you mean?
Did you all develop a friendship?
Did we develop a friendship?
Yes.
My definition of a friendship is not just knowing somebody or knowing who somebody is.
Okay. Did you start hanging out with him?
I started going to the studio a lot.
Okay. Did you start hanging with him outside of the studio?
I have.
Okay. When you hung with him outside the studio, where type of places would you hang out with him at?
But most of the time, he liked to be in the studio.
Okay. My question is, when he was not in the studio and you hung out with him, where would you hang out with him at?
We used to do fun stuff, like go to bowling alleys and stuff like that. He went to the kids' football game, I remember. I've been to the club with them. I've been on shows, correct that.
You said on shows?
Yeah, like when I watch him perform.
All right. And is this, the shows, the bowling alleys, the club, are we talking about in 2014, 2015, or some other time?
2014 only.
2014 only. In 2014, about how often would you see each other on a monthly basis?
I don't keep up with that type of stuff.
Okay. Did you see him a lot in 2014? Was it quite often? Were you always around? Or did you see him once in a blue moon?
Well, to know he was a rapper and successful, I seen him a lot. To me, I think I saw him a lot.
Are you referencing like seeing him on television or being around him in person?
What you mean?
You just said, because he's a rapper, I saw him a lot.
Yeah, because you don't see rappers a lot. So,
and I'm sorry, I just want to clarify. When you're talking about seeing him, are you talking about physically being in his presence or seeing him like on television?
I knew people that be around him.
Okay.
And I used to see him a lot. Every time I see him, I saw him.
All right.
I was happy to see him.
Besides seeing him in person, would you ever speak with him over the phone?
Meaning?
Did you ever talk to him? Let's first start old school. Pick up the phone, dial some numbers. Would you ever talk to him over the phone?
Have me and him had conversations?
Yes.
I can't recall if we did or didn't.
Okay. Let me ask you FaceTime. Have you and Mr. Williams ever FaceTime with each other?
I can't recall.
You can't recall. Let me just ask you generally, in 2014, with any of your friends, Shannon, Little D, Yak, or you said you didn't speak to Yak, would you FaceTime any of them?
Say that again?
Shannon and Little D, would you FaceTime them back in 2014?
I don't like FaceTime.
I know you don't like it. That's not my question.
That's what I'm saying. So most of the time I talk on the phone, I call regular.
Okay, but have you?
I don't recall talking on FaceTime.
You don't recall talking on FaceTime?
Not that I know of. Not that I know of. And I don't, you had to ask that again because I ain't for sure what you're asking.
Sure. I'll ask you again. 2014, 2015, have you ever, I'll wait till you finish.
I'm tired.
You and I both. Okay.
Objection to the comments.
I sustain the objection.
Back in 2014, have you ever FaceTimed with Little D? Ever? Back then?
Lil D?
Lil D.
How I supposed to remember that?
Do you recall ever FaceTiming with Little D?
I don't.
Okay. What about Shannon?
I don't.
Okay. What about the person you identify as Young Thug?
The person identified as who?
Young Thug.
I don't.
Okay. What about, you said no to Yak.
If I FaceTime with him, I probably screenshot it and post it on social media just to show people that I probably was on the phone, but I don't remember if I ever did have it.
Okay. Now, you said that you would spend time with him, whether it's a studio or in other places. Were you close to Young Thug as you were Shannon and Little D?
That's not established on no foundation.
I sustain the objection.
Did you speak often with Young Thug back in 2014? Did you talk to him often?
Not that I recall.
Not that you recall. You have permission to approach?
You may.
I'm showing defense counsel what's been marked as Stacy Exhibit 348 Yankee. And we are going to move to admit excerpts of what's already been admitted, which is going to be 164 Echo Golf, 164 Echo Hotel, 164 Echo Juliet, 164 Echo Kilo, 164 Echo India, and that's it. Your Honor, I'm also going to show 368 Yankee, 369 Yankee, 370 Yankee, 371 Yankee, 372 Yankee, 373 Yankee, and 373. And what was the last? 373.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Coleman, I'm gonna show you what's been marked as 348 Yankee, 368 Yankee, 369 Yankee, 370 Yankee, 371 Yankee, 372 Yankee, 373 Yankee. First starting at Bill, can you take a moment, just flip through all of them and tell me if you recognize the people in all those pictures?
What you want me to do?
Go flip through and just tell me if you recognize the people in those pictures. Have you ever opportunity to look at all those?
Yeah.
So we're gonna start backwards. Look at 373 Yankee. We recognize who the 373 Yankee.
What about it?
Who's in the picture?
It's blurry.
That's fine. 372 Yankee. Who is in 372 Yankee?
Me, yeah, got it, and Young Thug.
Do you know the other people in that picture?
It's look like the other artist, Duke.
Okay, anyone else?
I seen this guy, but I don't know him.
You don't know him?
Yeah, I seen him, but I don't know his name.
Okay. All right, Your Honor, this time the state would like to send the state's exhibit 372 Yankee into evidence.
Any objection to states 372 Yankee?
On behalf of Mr. Williams.
All right, hearing none, 372 Yankee is admitted, may be published as you see fit.
Thank you. Next, I'm handing 371 Yankee. You recognize the 371 Yankee.
Yeah,
Who was that?
me and Young Thug.
Your Honor, this time the state would like to send the state's exhibit 371 Yankee.
Any objection to states 371 Yankee?
Same announcement.
All right, it's admitted and may be published as you see fit.
370 Yankee.
Me and Young Thug.
Your Honor, at this time, I tender or admit, excuse me, 370 Yankee into evidence.
Any objection to states 370 Yankee?
On behalf of Mr. Williams.
All right, it's admitted and may be published as you see fit.
State exhibit 369 Yankee.
Same.
You and Mr. Young Thug. Your Honor, this time the state would like to admit 369 Yankee into evidence.
Any objection to states 369 Yankee?
No.
All right, it's admitted and may be published as you see fit.
And state exhibit 368 Yankee.
Same.
Is there someone else in that picture besides you and Young Thug?
Let me see. Yeah.
Do you know who the other person is?
I know him as a rapper.
What rapper is it?
Birdman.
All right. Your Honor, this time say like Senator 368 Yankee into evidence.
Any objection to states 368 Yankee?
On behalf of Mr. Williams.
All right, it's admitted, may be published as you see fit.
And for this round, who do you recognize in 348 Yankee?
I'm sorry, what number?
348 Yankee.
It's blurry.
defense counsel wants to see, I'm gonna show 348 Yankee on the computer. I'm gonna show 348 Yankee on the computer. Mr. Copeland, looking at the computer screen, does the picture on the computer appear to be the same picture that's in front of you?
You say it again?
Does it look like the same picture?
Kind of.
When you say kinda, what do you think is the difference?
You said what's the
You
difference?
said kinda.
It looked like the same picture.
Okay. Now scrolling in, is this a clear picture for you of who is in that picture?
What you mean?
You said that this was blurry.
Right.
Are you able to see this clearer?
Right.
Who's in the picture?
Young Thug, me, and Shannon.
Do you know anyone else in that picture?
Yeah, it looked like Lil D.
Which little D?
Lil
Because
D?
there's more than one little D, right?
Yeah, it's the other Lil D.
Okay. How do you distinguish this little D from the other little D? Is this little D from somewhere?
What you mean?
How do you distinguish this little D in this picture from little D that you call your son?
That's my son
Okay.
and Lil D.
Your Honor, this time the state would like to tender 348 Yankee into evidence.
Any objection to states 348 Yankee? Sure. Okay.
No, not on behalf of Mr. Williams.
Anyway, any other counsel? All right, it's admitted and may be published as you see fit. Before you do that, though, Miss Hill, ladies and gentlemen, how about taking a brief comfort break? About 10 minutes? All right? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be in recess about 10 minutes. All right? All rise. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our jury has left us. Ms. Bumpus, where are you? Ms. Bumpus? Madam, about 10 minutes, we'll cover your matter, okay? All right, we'll be in recess. 10 minutes, counsel. No. All right, can we bring Mr. Copeland back? And first, is everybody back? I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes.
Mr. Steele's not back.
He's not.
Can Mr. Copeland come on back? Mr. Copeland, come on back.
I'm waiting on Brian Steele first.
He's standing right there.
Who?
Copeland.
No, Brian Steele.
Okay. He walking in the door now.
Okay. All right. Sergeant Ingram, are all our participants back, sir?
Yes, sir. Everybody's.
Okay, councilors, if I get you to take your seats and gather your thoughts, please. Okay, before we call in our jury, it has been brought to the court's attention that Mr. Copeland's counsel, Ms. Bumpus, would like to be released. Is that correct, madam? Yes, sir. Okay, all right. Sir, Mr. Copeland, is it your desire to release your counsel at this point in time?
She fired.
She's fired? Okay. So do you wish to represent yourself in these particular, in terms of any issues you may have in this particular?
Do I got a choice?
I'm sorry?
Do I got a choice?
Yes, you do.
And what are those?
Well, you can keep your lawyer that you have right now.
I don't want her.
All right. You could certainly hire another lawyer, or the court could appoint you a lawyer.
What I need a lawyer for?
Right.
What
No, it's just the court is just asking you whether it's your choice, sir.
I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
Ms. Bumpus, did you file an entry of appearance? All right. Did you, under the Uniform Superior Court rules, file a motion to withdraw pursuant to the Uniform Superior Court rules? I mean, I know you give an oral notice, but usually it has to be in writing, and he has 10 days to object.
Well, Judge, just for the record, I was never his counsel.
Say again?
I was never his counsel. Attorney Melvin was his counsel, and I was stepping in as a courtesy for judicial efficiency. But if the court's desire for me to file a motion to withdraw,
Well, given the fact that you have represented Mr. Copeland at this point in time, it would seem appropriate that you do need to, in fact, file a formal withdrawal. Even though you didn't enter one, you de facto entered this case by your representation of him, or you telling the court that you did, in fact, represent him. So at this point, I'm not inclined to release you until that's done.
okay, I'll get that done now, Judge.
Okay, all right. And he's got 10 days to go ahead and do that. So you're still going to have to be here until I have, because he gets that particular period of time to go ahead and decide whether or not he'd like to hire a lawyer. That's the whole reason for the 10 days.
Well, I don't want to hire no.
Hold on. Not yet. You get that right as a party. Okay.
I do get right.
You do. Yes. You get that right to hire a new lawyer. You get the right to do a couple things. One, to decide whether or not you can release her.
Okay.
Okay. Two, you get to decide whether or not you want to get another lawyer to be with you.
Okay.
Okay. Those are the two big things you get a chance to kind of decide. But what I'm going to do at this point in time is, since she's representing you, I'm going to make her file a formal notice to withdraw. She's orally told you at this point in time she wants to withdraw. But you're on the stand. You're testifying at this point in time. So I'm not going to let her withdraw at this point.
Well, Your Honor, I just like to say, before he started testifying, I was fired.
I don't know that, ma'am. That's not something that I have notice or knowledge of. So, you know, that's the whole purpose of the rule, so that we can flesh out all those things. So at this point in time, I'm not inclined to let you go at this point. I'm sorry that you put yourself in this particular situation with you and Mr. Melnick and whatever, but, you know, Mr. Copeland does have rights in this particular circumstance. So file a proper notice to withdraw. I'll give once it's filed, if you file it today, I'll give Mr. Copeland the 10 days, but until such time as I rule upon that and he gets that and gets an opportunity to think about what he'd like to do, I'll go ahead and insist that you remain with us while he's on the stand.
Okay, Judge.
Okay. Madam, I have one other bit of business that...
Also, can I approach, Your Honor, with the state?
No. What does he want to tell me?
I don't want to say it in open court.
All right, State, Ms. Bumpus, come on up. And I don't believe you have the right to be present, sir.
State objection for the record. I do think we have the right to be present, and I think there's case law to that effect. And I want to object on the grounds that we are now being excluded from a conversation about material witness in the prosecution in state versus Demont Tender and material witness, conversation about material witness and a conversation between the court and the counsel for that witness and the state, which are now conducting a meeting with the court without the ability for me as the attorney for the defense in our case to be present and knowledgeable about those conversations. And I think that an appearance, I say this with tremendous reservation, and I almost want to apologize for saying it. I think it creates the appearance of impropriety and bias on the part of this court. And I don't mean to suggest Your Honor is doing that, but it creates the appearance of it. So I have to object.
Okay. Your Honor, I'd like to just add, I'll adopt everything that's now said, but I'd like to just add also under Article 1, Section 1, Paragraph 12 of the Georgia Constitution, it also denies Mr. Williams, if the other think it's appropriate, his right to a critical stage of the proceeding.
And sorry, Your Honor, if I could just add to that for the record. I'm going to cite to the Uniform Superior Court Rule 4.1, which prohibits this type of communication. I'll cite to the Georgia Code of Judicial Conduct, Rule 3.4, which prohibits this type of communication. And I'll cite to the court several cases which I believe support that. The first is Monday versus Magnolia Advanced Materials, which is 815 Southeast 2nd 70. It's Georgia Supreme Court from 2018. I'm going to cite to the court Wynn versus State, which is 139 Georgia Act 355, 1976 case. Trial judge should not attempt to intimidate witnesses to testify on behalf of the state either in or out of the presence of the jury. And it also creates a presumption that the court should have to recuse itself. In that case is Purvis versus state, and that's 319 Georgia Act 432. That is the Georgia Court of Appeals case from 2012. And I thank you all.
Your Honor, I assume our rules in effect for all these.
Okay.
Your Honor, I just wanted to be given an opportunity to be able to respond to that on the record and to point out that the distinction between the assertions by counsel for the defendants and what is going on here, and the assertion being made that a trial judge should not intimidate or coerce a witness. Actually, can we?
Yeah, hold on a second. Mr. Can I get you to step outside for just a second? Let me finish this argument, please, sir. Mr. Copeland?
Where, you want me to go out?
Yeah, just step outside in the vestibule if you wouldn't mind, sir, please. Thank you. All right, Mr. Copeland's left us.
Your Honor, what I believe that Ms. Bumpus wants to address with the court is strictly and solely the civil matter that involves the motion of the state to compel her client, Mr. Copeland, to testify, the offer from the state of immunity should Mr. Copeland testify, and the motion of the state to the court to sanction Mr. Copeland if he fails to comply with an order of the court pursuant to 24-5-507. That matter is a separate matter from the trial that is going on now. It is akin to the state moving the court for a material witness warrant for a person who refuses to obey a properly served subpoena. It is not something to which either defendant is a party, and for that reason, it is our position that counsel for the defendants are simply wrong in this instance, and that if Ms. Bumpus chooses to address the court with the state regarding a matter to which the state as a moving party and her client as the person for which the state made that motion are involved only, then the parties to that matter are the state and Mr. Copeland. And so for that reason, I believe that Ms. Bumpus is entitled to address the court with the other party in that matter, which is the civil contempt order entered by the court on the motion of the state at the time that the state moved the court to compel the testimony itself.
All right. I don't know what she's going to say, so that may make it not subject to ex parte or not. But what does he want to tell me, madam? Can you tell me the subject matter?
Yeah, about when he said he fired. And
Well, no, that we have to have a hearing on that issue. We have to have a hearing on that.
okay.
We'll have to have a hearing on that issue. That's not an ex parte matter, okay?
Well, what I'm trying to say is something that happened during the ex parte matter, which is why I don't want to say it in open court.
No, I'm good. Go ahead and reduce it to writing and your request to withdraw, and your client, which will bring back in, your client needs to be able to have a say so on whether or not you can withdraw, and he should get another. And if he wants to have you and wants to get another lawyer, so that if that's it, no, I'm not gonna. It's not gonna be ex parte. Okay.
So,
Done.
as a result, Your Honor, if there's no ex parte communication, then I'm withdrawing my objection.
Okay.
I just want to make that clear to the court.
That's fine.
The court doesn't.
No, that's fine. You're doing your job. No, you're doing. No, Mr. App, I wouldn't say that. Okay.
I'm withdrawing objection only with respect to this particular meeting.
Okay.
I reserve it with respect to any other ex
All
parte
right.
communication.
No problem. Okay. Can we bring Mr. Copeland back in, please?
As respectfully, as Mr. Copeland's leaders.
Can we hold off until Mr. Copeland comes back in? Okay. Yes.
Yes, Your Honor. Just to put to the court on the record, it's my understanding from last week's proceedings that Mr. Copeland was actually represented by Mr. Jonathan Melnick, and that the court required Mr. Melnick to be here on Monday. And Mr. Melnick indicated that he had non-refundable airline tickets and that he would have someone appear in his place. So I believe Mr. Melnick is still this gentleman's attorney.
We don't know that. We really don't know. I don't even know if he's entered an appearance for the purposes of this, the circumstances thereof, but I'm dealing with it from the standpoint of Mr. Copeland is on the stand. He's a witness. He's had counsel. He's going to continue to have counsel. So that's the reason I'm stating this at this point in time. Okay, sir? But thank you for putting that on the record, okay? All right, so Ms. Bumpus, file your motion. But until such time, you're going to need to remain as long as Mr. Copeland is a witness. And once we've had an opportunity to hear that, then I'll go ahead and do that. But it's not timely to begin with because he's on the stand, he's testifying. Okay, so whatever arrangement you had with Mr. Melnick, I'm sorry that's put you cross purposes with not being able to be released. I don't know what difficulties it causes you otherwise, but I apologize on behalf of the court, on behalf of that. But
Your Honor, we did want the state wanted to put something on the record as well, that Mr. Copeland has satisfied at this point his contempt by testifying. So if he remains and testifies, then unless he wanted to, there would be no purpose for an attorney. So long as he remains and he testifies, that's the only if he pleads the fifth or fails to testify will he be subject to being placed in custody. So at this time, he has purged or satisfied his contempt because he is testifying. So long as he remains in this posture, then we believe the contempt will be completed and he would not need an attorney. So, but I can't.
Well, but that's his choice. That's what the rule gives him 10 days to do. We're kind of saying, well, make that choice right now. We're telling him here in open court to do that. So that's what the court's concern is at this point in time.
But Your Honor, I was representing him for the civil contempt, not as a witness. So that once he purged himself, I should have been released.
Have a seat, madam. I'll call you back on this evening, okay? All right.
I'm sorry, Judge.
Yeah, you can have a seat. I'll call you back on this. All right, Ms. Bumpus. At this, go ahead, ma'am. You can take the podium, please. At this point, the court is still of the opinion that you need to file a motion to withdraw and give your client an opportunity to respond to that. So once you do that, and he has the opportunity to respond to it, I'll calendar it, in fact, for unless he decides immediately that he wishes to not hold your or require your services, but usually he gets 10 days. So.
And how would the court know if he's deciding immediately? Because
Well, usually he's hearing. I mean, you know, we have either the time passes and there's no objection that's filed, and you get it immediately when it's granted, or I set it for a hearing and he says, yes, I either don't want you as attorney or I want to have you as attorney. I'm going to get new counsel, or I've gotten new counsel.
And so Jonathan Melnick is just able to be released?
See, I don't know what the arrangement was between you and Mr. Melnick. I have no idea. That's not my purview. All I know is that Mr. Melnick was here on Friday. He said he was going on a vacation. I don't know if he even properly entered an appearance in this case. I know that his leave wasn't appropriate in this case because he asserted himself as and represented to all concerned that he was in fact Mr. Copeland's attorney. So, and then Mr. Melnick said that he would have counsel for Mr. Copeland on Monday, and that was you. And then you appeared on Monday. So I do think that you do need to properly withdraw and give your client an opportunity to do to have the full range of options. So until that's done, now Mr. Melnick may come back and may decide, well, yeah, I'm going to pick up, and I still represent Mr. Copeland, but I need to. I'll take up that issue when it was presented before me. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to set that, madam, for the morning of the 25th of June at 9 a.m. All right. Let's summon our jury, please.
Judge, may I speak?
Hold on, Sergeant Ingram. Did you want your, your lawyer's not in here?
She not my lawyer.
Well, but you still have the opportunity to decide that, okay? All right. Your client wanted to say something, and he said, you're not my lawyer. But as I told him, I was about to tell him that he has the right to decide that issue, and he has to be given due process to decide that issue. So that's why I want that done in this case, okay?
Okay, Judge.
Okay, all right. So at this point, anything else? As in respect to Ms. Bumpus?
You didn't give me time to say that.
Okay, I'm sorry. What else did you want to say?
Mr. Melnick told me that she was only going to be here for 1 day. And that she was going to make sure that after she done then, it was going to be.
See, but I have no knowledge of those discussions. And because they asserted themselves as your lawyer, you have certain constitutional protections as being represented by an attorney. I don't know what was said to you. I don't want to know what was said to you, but I'm just looking at who showed up and what they told us, meaning that me and the other parties here. So I don't know, and that's my kind of pause in this particular circumstance is that, and I need to find that out. So filing a withdrawal would help the court in this particular circumstance. Yes, Mr. App.
Just briefly, Your Honor, my application is always to help educate and inform the court. Uniform Superior Court rule does indicate that the 10-day requirement is waived if the client consents to attorney withdrawal.
I tell you what, Mr. Copeland, I'm going to send our jury to lunch. I'm going to let you talk with Ms. Bumpus afterwards, okay?
All right.
And then during the lunchtime hour, and then you can, hold on, wait a second. And then after that time, I'll go ahead and make a decision at that point, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, okay. All right, is that sufficient, madam?
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. All right, summon our jurors, please.
Do I leave out?
No, sir. Not yet. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. All right, thank you, Sergeant Ingram. Ladies and gentlemen, jury, we've had to work some issues out, as I mentioned, that happens from time to time. And given the fact that it is into the lunchtime hour, I just brought you out to just formally recess you for lunch, okay? So we're going to go ahead and be in recess until 1:55 and thereabouts, and then we'll come back out at that point in time and see where the afternoon leads us, okay? All right, okay. All rise. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our jury has left us. We'll be in recess until 1:55, and then we'll Ms. Bumpus, if you'll be back for that point in time, we can go ahead and take up that at that time, okay? We're in recess.
You need to check.
Yeah. Everybody's. What about it?
All right. Sergeant Ingram, are all our participants here?
Yes, sir. Everybody's great.
Okay, all right. Counsels, I have a letter from one of our jurors, which I'll mark as the next court's exhibit in order. And because it references, I'm not going to disclose what type of procedure our juror's going to have, but it'll be on the 17th of July. So we're going to take an administrative, I think we're going to take an administrative day anyways for that particular day, 17 July. So if you want to mark your calendars accordingly, we're going to take the day on that day. And if you want to come up and take a look at it, it's just not for public consumption, okay? But she's going to have a procedure, and you can see which juror it is. But we'll be down that day. Yes. Yeah, rejection be sealing it, counsel's given, and it's got PII in it.
Partial.
No, she does not need that. She's going to do her prep later.
Okay.
Okay. She's going to do her prep that evening. Just the 17th. Does anybody have any objection to the court sealing that particular exhibit?
No, not from the stage.
Anytime? Okay, all right. Okay. Just so you all know. All right. Okay, can we bring back in Mr. Arnold, please? Mr. Copeland, I should say. Mr. Copeland. Okay, Ms. Bumpus, good afternoon, madam. Again. Okay, did you have an opportunity to talk with your client, Mr. Copeland?
Yes, Judge. Can we talk to the podium?
Yes, you can. Go ahead.
Yes, and I got him to sign a written consent discharging me. I filed a motion to withdraw and I proposed an order.
Okay, can I see it, please?
May I approach?
You can. Okay, I'll mark this as the next court's exhibit in order. Do you have a formal order that you're going to prepare with the style of the case and the case number?
Yes, Judge. That's just his signature. I prepared an order and I filed a motion with the clerk's office. I'm waiting on a file stamp.
All right, okay. Mr. Copeland, let me hand you. This document, did you read and sign that document?
Yes.
All right. Did you have an opportunity to talk with Ms. Bumpus, your satisfaction about pros and cons of her withdrawing as your counsel in this case?
Yes.
Do you wish for her to go ahead and withdraw as counsel?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Let me have that back if you wouldn't mind. Okay, I'll mark this as the next court exhibit in order, madam. We got it. We'll just mark it as the next court exhibit in order. Do you need a copy of it to file with your? Because it'll be made part of the record. But do you need a copy of it?
No, Judge.
Okay. All right. All right. So I will go ahead and authorize you to withdraw as his counsel in this matter. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
I'm excused.
Not quite yet. Madam, as a result, I'm going to also have you appear on the 25th of June. I have filed an order to show cause, and I'm going to give you a copy of it. You can read it, acknowledge it, just that you received a copy of it. And we'll see you on the 25th of June at 9:30 in courtroom 1C.
All right.
So you need to be here for that day, okay?
Okay.
All right. We'll see you then. Are all jurors present, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Summon our jurors, please. Get started. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. All right, Ms. Hilton, you may continue, madam, whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Mr. Copeland. When we left, I believe that I was showing you what's been marked as Exhibit 373 Yankee. Looking at what's in front of you as 373 Yankee and what's on the screen, does that appear to be the same image that's in front of you?
It looked the same.
Okay. And is the image on the screen clearer for you than the image that's in front of you?
No, they look the same.
Okay. If I enlarge it, are you able to tell who's in the picture in 373 Yankee by me enlarging the picture on the screen?
No.
No. Now showing you 344 Yankee.
Which one it is?
Is this 348 Yankee? My apologies. Is that 348 Yankee in front of you?
You already showed me that one.
Okay. And before, I think you said it was blurry as well.
No, I answered you.
For this one. I want to admit if I haven't, thank you so much for correcting that 348 Yankee isn't having it. Oh, you like to admit 348 Yankee is having it.
Any objection to States 348 Yankee?
On behalf of Mr. Williams, Your Honor.
All right, States 348 Yankee is admitted. It's already been. I thought it was admitted already.
It could have been.
Oh, I thought it was admitted already. 348 Yankee.
States Exhibit 344 Yankee. Were you able to identify who was in 344 Yankee?
No.
Okay. And why is that?
It's blurry.
That's the one that's blurry. Yes. You're welcome. Looking at 60 to 344 Yankee that's in front of you, is that appears to be the same picture that's on the computer screen?
It looked the same.
Now, if I blow up or enlarge Stacy with 344 Yankee, are you able now to see the individuals that are inside of the picture? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, if you could tell us who's inside the picture now that it's enlarged for you.
Excuse me.
Can you tell us who's in the picture?
Me?
Yeah. Who else?
Rapper Lil Boosie.
Okay. Anyone else?
Shannon D. And it looked like the other Lil D. I don't know the other guy.
All right, so both little D's are in that picture.
That's what I said.
All right. Your Honor, this time the state would like to admit 60 to 344 Yankee.
Any objection to States 344 Yankee? All right, hearing none, it's admitted and may be published as you see fit.
Next, Mr. Cole, I want to show you 164 Echo Golf Echo Hotel Echo Juliet, Echo Kilo. I think before I might have said Echo India. It's actually Echo Lima. Can you flip through those and tell me if you recognize who's in these pictures?
There you go.
First, starting with State's Exhibit 164, Echo Golf. Do you recognize who's in that picture?
No.
You don't?
No, I can't.
Why is that?
Because it's blurry. I can't see.
Looking at 164, Echo H. Hotel. Are you able to recognize who's in that picture?
Yeah, me and Young Thug.
Your Honor, this time seems like tender 164 Echo Hotel into evidence.
Any objection to State's 164 Echo Hotel?
Not on behalf of Mr. Williams.
All right, it's admitted and may be published as you see fit.
Okay, next 164 Echo Juliet.
Me and Duke.
Okay. Your Honor, this time the state would like to tender 164 Echo Juliet into evidence.
Any objection to State's 164 Echo Juliet?
Your Honor, may I take a peek at that?
You certainly can.
Yeah, that's in the. Yeah. 64 EJ. Sorry.
Okay, thank you. Your Honor, I think council's finished looking at 164 Echo Juliet.
Any further objection to State's 164 Echo Juliet?
Your Honor, I will object to the writing, not the photo.
Can I see it, please?
Your Honor, we do have a response.
Let me see it first. All right, Mr. Steele and Mrs. Hilton, approach, please.
Your Honor, it's 164 Echo Juliet.
Yes, it's admitted with the court's instructions.
Thank you, Your Honor. And next, who's in 164 Echo Kilo?
Me?
Okay. Your Honor, this is how the state would like the tender states is 164 Echo.
Hold up, let me make sure they me.
Make sure. Is it you?
Yeah.
All right. Your Honor, this is how the state like the tender states exhibit 164 Echo Kilo into evidence.
Any objection to states 164 Echo Kilo?
On behalf of the story.
All right, it's admitted. Thank you.
And the states exhibit
It may be published when you see fit.
Thank you, Your Honor. And states exhibit 164 Echo Lima. Who is in 164 Echo Lima?
Me?
Anyone else?
It looked like Doug in the background, but I can't really see her face.
Your Honor, this time the state would like to tender for admit, excuse me, State's Exhibit 164 Echo Lima into evidence.
Any objection to states 164 Echo Lima?
Foundation.
I sustain it as a foundation. You can lay one more foundation.
Is that you in the picture? Is that you? Just yes or no?
What did I just say?
I'm asking you again, Mr. Copeland. Is that you in the picture?
I just said that with me.
Okay. And the person in the background are saying that you think that it's Stud. How do you think that it's Stud? Why do you think it's Stud?
Because the other picture you showed me, it was me and Thug.
Okay. Your Honor, this time the state would like to send Exhibit 164 Echo Lima into evidence.
I'll hold firm. Same objection.
I sustain the objection.
Do you remember, Your Honor, my apologies, this is already admitted. These exhibits are already admitted because 164 Echo itself is admitted. These are excerpts from 164 Echo.
When was 164 admitted, Christina?
That would have been with Agent Racy a few weeks ago.
All right, stand fast.
164 Echo. It looks like 5:15. And 160. I don't have any 164 Echo. I have Echo Alpha.
I have Echo 164 Echo, Echo Alpha, Echo Bravo, Echo Charlie, Echo Delta, Echo Echo, and Echo Foxtrot were admitted.
Yes.
All those on the 15th reports.
And those are all the full records of Mr. Williams in which these pictures come from. So
Sure.
this is actually admitted.
Show those to Mr. Steele, please.
The original exhibits?
Yeah, and so that, you know, so he's satisfied that that's from the original exhibit.
Here is the CD with his title record, and then we'll start doing that.
Anything further, sir? Mr. Steele?
So my understanding, and please, if I'm wrong, correct me, but my understanding is that the entire Instagram came in under a records custodian certificate. That doesn't make it all admissible in a courtroom. It means that it's here properly and then can be described. So I'm objecting to we're going one by one. That's why we have so many. And I'm objecting to the foundation of 164EL because the gentleman testifying said, I believe, I don't recognize her, or something to that effect. That's my memory.
I have a response.
Yes.
Your Honor, the evidence has been admitted, and so the
But
only,
it's still subject to an objection.
the objection could be a relevance objection, but we could publish it. I literally could publish this as it shows right now and ask him who was in the picture. It's
But if he doesn't recognize it, it's still.
So he could just say he doesn't recognize that person, but it's still evidence that can be published and it's relevant. So the only objection is a relevance objection. Because it's admitted.
Y'all come on up. Maybe publish as you see fit.
And then last thing, Mr. Copeland, looking at the computer screen, do you see the same picture that's in front of you, 164 Echo Golf?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, now, enlarging the picture, before you said, did you say that this was blurry to you?
Yeah, that's blurry too.
So are you saying that you cannot see who is in 164 Echo?
I cannot see who in it on the computer.
All right, now I want to start publishing a few pictures. I'm going to first publish what's already been admitted as 56W. Looking at 56W, who's in that picture?
Me and Young Thug.
And I want to scroll in. Do you see where it says taken?
I'm not good at reading.
Okay, you see the second line on that paper from the side.
What paper?
On what's on the picture. Do you see where it says taken right here?
This line right here?
Yeah, going over.
Right here?
Yep. And going this way, do you see a year? You see a 2000 number? Yep, right there. What does that say?
2014.
Do you know that to be 2014?
Oh, okay, my bad. 2014.
All right. Now I want to go down to the bottom. Do you see where it says text? All the way to the bottom.
This one right here?
You can't see it on there. Can you move it up on that screen? All right, Ms. Copeland, please turn around for me. Thank you.
He told me don't be turning around in the chair.
Who told you to turn around, chair?
Somebody.
All right, well, I don't think they don't want you to fall off. So
Okay.
just be careful not to fall off. Looking at here, what does that say?
Woody?
Okay, what else?
372.
All right.
It look like an R.
Mm-hmm. Oh, excuse me, yes.
Love.
All right.
Bye.
Mm-hmm.
Me.
Okay. At Woody 372, is that you in the picture? Is that you? Is that your Instagram name?
No, my Instagram Woody is Woody versus Woody.
In 2014, was that your Instagram name?
Not that I recall.
Not that you recall. All right. I want to go to what's already been admitted as 164 Echo Hotel.
I need to stand up again?
You may have to.
We're not gonna do the up and down.
You might have to. Or if you can read it from the side, but you can't. Can you, who's in this picture? Can you see it on that screen next to you, or you need to turn around?
You talking this picture right here?
Yes.
There's me and Young Thug.
All right. And scrolling down and going to the take-in, do you see that same year of 2014?
The same place as the last one?
Yep.
What?
year? Do you see that?
The same thing as the last picture?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I see it.
Okay. Does that say 2014?
Yes, it says the same as the last picture.
All right. And you can scroll down. All right, I don't think it's showing up on your side screen. You can turn your chair back this way. And you can sit so long as you can read it. What does the text say?
Me and my little, hold up. I don't know what they say. I thought they look like this.
You need to scroll in a little bit more?
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you able to zoom in more?
They like just a square right there.
Okay. Well, what's next to that?
WODDIE, Woody.
Okay. And do you see the same Instagram name?
Yeah, Woody 372.
All right. And again, is that you in the same picture?
What same picture?
Is that you in this picture? At
Yeah.
the top. And they call you Woody, right?
WOODY.
Okay. And what does it say next to that?
ELATT.
Okay. And what does it say next to that?
SLATT.
Okay, I know you spelled. Have you heard the term black and slack before?
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay, is that what that say? Black and slack?
I guess.
All right. Let's go to 164, Echo, Juliet.
I got stood up again.
If you can't see on the side, yes. If you can see on the side, then no. Now, who is this in the picture?
That me.
And who's behind you?
They do.
All right. And when you scroll, if you just scroll down. With the taken date, is that still the same year of 2014?
Just like the last picture.
And do you know that to be December 21st, 2014?
It just say 2014.
Is there a dash next to it? What's the number next to 2014?
12,
And what's the number next to that?
21.
All right. Now, scrolling down, are you able to see the text on that page?
Oh, damn, I can move it.
See, so now you don't have to get over there. What does the text say? No, go down to the bottom. Remember it at the bottom line. The last line.
On this?
Right here. Read that entire line. All of that.
Hey.
Does that say hey?
Hey, don't.
Where are you reading it? Where are you reading it?
You said read the line right there.
You said it say hey don't?
How you pronounce that word?
Let's blow it up. Let's see if you can pronounce it. Please. You can control it. Go ahead.
You can.
What you said.
Around the draft, it's not going to speak for itself.
Oral, sir.
Is that clear for you?
Don't follow me. You might get dead in.
Okay, is there a hashtag after that?
UDIGG.
All right. Now, the first word, does that word appear to be hacked?
Hat.
Yes.
If that what they pronounce?
All right. Let's go to State's Exhibit 164 Echo Kilo.
I didn't put no words on there.
Are you saying it's not your Instagram account?
I didn't see no Instagram account on it.
Okay. But you're saying that you did not type those words?
Not that I know of.
He's going up. Now, Ms. Cole, are you able to zoom like you've been doing on that screen?
Yeah, but they doing it on his own.
Are you able to see everything? What's the date on that same taking line that we were talking about before? Yes.
2015.
Okay. If you see a 1 and a 1 next to it,
Yeah.
is that either January 1st, 2015? Do you know?
I guess I don't.
Okay, that's fine.
If it say that.
All right. Go down to the bottom on the text. What does it say?
Same spot.
Same spot.
Woody 372. About that action.
And again, did you recall posting that picture and typing that? Or writing that? Did you do that?
I don't even recall seeing this picture.
All right, that's fine. Next, can we get 164 Echo Woody? Yes, who's in the picture?
Me?
And you said who's in the background?
It looked like Young Thug.
All right. And you can scroll into the date again.
To the who?
Not to you. That same line, what is the year of that on that taken line?
2015.
All right. And what's the number next to 2015?
1.
And what's the number next to that?
A 6.
And is that for January 6, 2015?
I guess.
Going down to the bottom, what does the text say?
Hat.
All right, go ahead.
Y'all. Hat. Y'all. Hating. As. Follow. Stay where y'all at. And everyone else.
All right, thank you. Now I want to show you what's been admitted as 368Y. exhibit 368 why?
Birdman,
Okay. And is that you?
Young Thug, and me.
All right. Looking at 369 Yankee?
Me and Young Thug.
370 Yankee?
Me and Young Thug.
All right. And where y'all at in this picture?
It looked like a house, a kitchen or something. I can't recall where we at.
All right. Do you know, was that your home?
I can't recall where we at.
I'm gonna go back to 369 Yankee. Where are you all on an airplane at 369 Yankee?
That's what it looked like.
I'm gonna go to 371 Yankee. Is that also you and Young Thug?
Yes.
And where are y'all at 371 Yankee?
It looked like a shooting or a clothing store.
Looking at 372 Yankee. Tell Jurors who's in that picture, 372 Yankee.
Rapper Yak got it. Young Thug. Duke. Me. And I can't recall his name, but I used to see him a lot.
Okay, do you know a nickname for him?
I think I just call him like OG, Big. Yeah,
Does that look like someone in OG Bentley?
yeah, I think that's his name.
That's his name.
I think so. I ain't for sure though.
You're not for sure, but does that look like the person you know at OG Bentley?
I know I see him around.
Oh, that's fair. And is that dude that far back behind you?
They most definitely do.
All right. And then that's you with a red hat.
Look like me, don't it?
Does it look like you?
It look better than me now though, but
That's fair. All right, next, I want to show you 373 Yankee. I believe 373 Yankee.
Which one, madam? I'm sorry.
373 Yankee.
No, you identified 369 Yankee through 373 Yankee. They were not admitted yet.
I identified but didn't admit it.
That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
Pay attention to something.
So I'm looking here. Are you able to see who's in 373 Yankee?
did I ask you already with this?
I don't recall. That's why I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Yes, you know, or yes.
That's me, Thug, and Yak got it.
Okay. You're right. This time it seemed like the admit 373 Yankee.
Any objection to the state's 373 Yankee?
I don't have one on behalf of Mr. Williams.
All right. It's admitted and may be published as you see fit.
Thank you, Your
Now, Mr. Copeland, is that you in the black shirt?
Yep.
Is that thug in the middle with his arm raised?
Yep.
And is that Yak with the plaid shirt and white coat?
This year got it.
Okay, thank you. Now, these pictures that we were just shown, we know that some of them were posted in 2014 and 2015. The rest of the pictures that are not from Instagram, do you know when those pictures were posted or pictures were taken?
Say that again. Can you say that again?
Sure. The pictures that were taken that we just looked at,
You showed me a lot of pictures.
for all the pictures,
Okay.
roughly, do you know about when they were taken?
Is it like in general? Like I don't know what you mean.
Sure. Were those pictures taken like 2014 and 2015 when you were hanging around?
Your Honor,
Sir,
I do have an objection.
Basis.
To the form of the question, and I don't know exactly what picture.
I sustain the question.
Looking at those pictures, about how old do you think you were when you took this picture?
Okay, which pictures are we talking about? Because it's kind of,
And I can go in order, I was trying to. So I'm gonna start with 56 W.
You gonna show me?
Yes, what I'm about to show. This picture is taken, was this picture taken in 2014?
Ask and answer.
which picture? Let's see.
56 And I can rephrase my question, Ron.
I'll sustain the question.
Mr. Copeland, approximately how old were you when you took this picture?
I don't know.
Looking at 368 Yankee. Look at 368 wide. About how old do you think you were when you took the picture that's in 368 Yankee?
Without due respect, sometimes I be forgetting how old I am today.
Fully understandable. Would this picture have been taken around the time you took the other picture you just saw in 56W?
I be had to count the years that I was born, sometimes to say my age today.
I'm not asking your age.
I would never be able to tell you how old I was in none of the pictures.
I'm not asking your age.
Oh wait, oh I'm sorry. I thought I heard you ask the same question.
No, hear my question. When you took that picture we just saw, 56W, would these pictures be taken around the same time, the same year, 2014?
I can't recall when they was taken.
Okay.
I know when I saw certain people, I wanted to take a picture with them.
How many times have you met Birdman?
Well, I done saw him. I never really engaged in conversation with him. Now.
Was that back in 2014 and 2015 or some other time outside that time?
It was back in the day.
Would you say maybe around that 2014, 2015 time, or before that?
It was like 20, I can't recall if it was 2013. I got out of jail in 2013. And my first time seeing Young Thug, I was with a friend. He took me around. I seen him. I can't remember if I seen Birdman that same day, but when I seen him, I asked, can you take a picture with him?
And do you believe that that's the picture you took with Birdman, or is that another picture you took with him?
I think this, I don't know. I think this might be the only picture I took with him. I don't know though.
That's fair.
You said it's weird?
I said that's fair.
Oh,
Let me ask you this. Looking at all the pictures I just showed you with Young Thug, do you have the same relationship with Young Thug today that you had when these pictures were taken?
what you mean?
The pictures that I just showed you.
Yeah, you keep asking me this same question, knowing I don't comprehend you when you asking me that. Like, talk to me in a way where I understand.
Mr. Copeland, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 10 pictures right here of you and Mr. Williams. Is that fair to say?
I'm in some picture by myself.
Some by yourself and some with Mr. Williams, right?
Right.
So my question for you is, all these pictures that have Mr. Williams in there.
Okay.
Can you identify them for the record, please? Which ones you're talking? Which 10 pictures you're talking about?
What he say?
He just wants me to call these numbers out for the record. And we're looking at 348 Yankee. I'm trying to do it in order for the record.
She said 348 Yankee.
We're looking at 348 Yankee, 368 Yankee, 369 Yankee, 370 Yankee, 371 Yankee, 372 Yankee, 164 Echo Hotel, and 164 Echo.
Get back.
All right, well.
Excuse me.
Sir. I'm sorry. Can you take a break?
No, I said excuse me.
Oh, okay.
Looking at these pictures.
What's the last 164?
Echo Lima.
Thank you.
Were these pictures taken in and around the same time? So that's gonna be my first question.
When I took all these pictures? Around the same time?
Around the same year, 2014,
Yeah.
2015.
They should have been.
Okay. So we're saying that these are taken around 2014, 2015. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not being specific when they was taken. I know that these pictures right here, the one that I do recall, was taken around the same time.
All right. And what year would that be, roughly?
I don't know. I can't say what specific. I don't keep up with the days, the months, and all that. I go day by day.
Okay. Let me ask you this. So in 164 Echo Hotel, this picture was taken October 12, 2014.
October 12, 2014.
Yes. Will all these pictures be taken in and around the year 2014, maybe even 2015?
Objection asked and answered.
Oh, rule the objection hasn't answered the question yet.
What, can I answer on that?
Yes, you can.
Can you ask me again?
Sure. Would these pictures be taken around that time period? 2014, let's start there.
Yeah, like, I haven't taken no, like, this only time, like, I don't know.
Is it fair to say that
I'm gonna sustain this to form, just rephrase.
did you spend most of your time with Young Thug in 2014?
I got to be around him.
Will object to the form of that question.
I sustain the objection.
In these pictures, does Mr. Williams have blonde hair in most of these pictures?
I apologize. What?
The same group of pictures that we were just discussing. 164 Echo Hotel, 160.
Thank you.
All right.
Does he have blonde hair in these pictures?
Is blonde and gold the same?
Do you think blonde and gold are the same?
I wouldn't just ask you that if I thought it.
Does he have yellowish color hair in all these
Yeah,
pictures?
yeah.
All right.
Ms. Hilton, before you posit the next question, I have it on good authority that we need to take a break.
Okay, thank you.
Okay? All right. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, how about we take a 10-minute break or thereabouts, all right? For comfort. All right, all rise.
All right, time. Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our jury has left us. All parties go ahead and take 10 minutes. We're in recess. know we had the thing on. We are going to probably, we just talked, I have conversations about the length of and duration of Mr. Copeland's testimony. So, but for purposes of today, I'm just going to recess and as soon as the jury comes out. Okay? So we'll recess for today. We'll start back up tomorrow morning, 9:30 for a 10 o'clock start time. All right? All right.